Hey guys, welcome back to Power of Learning channel. Today in this video we'll be looking at how we can conditionally show and hide the fields using JSON on the SharePoint online list forms. So let's directly jump into how we can achieve it, and we'll be also looking at some of the examples, some of the conditions using which we will be hiding the fields on the list forms. So let me take you to the SharePoint site. This is our demo SharePoint site and demo list. And if I click on new, you can see that there are some columns which user needs to fill in, like the project, apartment, rent, approvers, status, and all that. Now I have taken some scenarios here just to demonstrate you how we can show and hide the fields. So I've taken some real-time scenarios here, and we'll be looking at how we can add the conditions and format these columns to show and hide on the forms. So first of all, what you need to do is open your list, click on new. You can see that there is an option here, edit form, on the right top corner. Once you click on that, you can see there is a edit columns link. So configure layout option is there, which you can format your header, body, and footer. I've already uploaded separate video for that. I'll add the link on the top, and you need to click on edit columns, and now you can see whatever columns are present in the list, you can see it here. Now let's say you want to add a condition on a particular column. For example, let's start with approval status. Now the status column, you don't want to show it on the new form because a user should not select any status like approved, rejected already when he is creating the request, let's say. So you don't want to show it on the new form. So let's say by default there is no value, of course, in this column. So what we'll do, we'll add a condition. Let's take an example of how you can add a condition for the null values. So if my approval status column is empty, there's nothing in it, don't show it. And if there's something in it, then show it. So when you add a column, let's say you have a flow running behind, you change the status to in progress or not started. So then on the view form or edit form, this column will be shown because it contains value. So I'll just copy this condition. What you need to do is go to your column, approval status column, click on this option and edit conditional formula. And you can see that you can add a JSON here. And of course there is a link. Microsoft documentation is also available with the default conditions which you can make use of. So I'll just put the condition here. What you're doing, you have to just simple if loop. We are accessing the column with square bracket, dollar sign, and then the internal name of the column. That's how you will be accessing the field or column. Then of course the condition equal to condition, and we are checking this is whether null or not. If it is null, we don't want to show it. So that means if it is empty, we don't want to show this particular column. False, true. Let's just save it. Once it is saved, just click on save, and you can see that it should be already reflected it, and you can see that approval status column is not there in the field now, in the form now. So I'll just close it. Let's just refresh it. Click on new. You can see that approval status column is not there, and if I go to open existing record where the approval status value is there, which is cancelled, you can see. So if the value is there, the field is visible. If the value is not there, the field will not be visible. Okay, so that's the first condition. What we have seen is how you can conditionally check the null values. Okay, now let's just check the another column type, which is, let's say my approval status column is, I'll just edit this record and I'll show you. It's a choice column. Okay, where you can select the choice. Now when the choice is, when the status is cancelled, I want to show particular field. Let's say I want to show the comments field. Now why it is cancelled, what are the comments added by the approver. I want to show that. And when it's something else, the value is something else, either approved, not started, I don't want to show the comments. So what you need to do is again same. Instead of here null, we'll just add a value here. So it doesn't matter if it is a text column or choice column, you directly use the column name equal to and cancelled. I'll just copy this again. We'll go back. Now what we want is comments field. This comments field should be shown only when the approval status is cancelled. So we'll again just go to the new form, click here, edit columns, go to your comments column, edit conditional formula. We'll just paste the condition. Approval status is equal to cancel, then show, otherwise false. Okay, just save it. Click on save. Just close it. Just refresh your list view. And now let's just open the record where the status is in progress. You can see it here. Just open it. The approval status is in progress, and you can see that the comments column is not here. If I scroll up also, there is no comments column. So comments column is hidden now because the approval status is in progress. If I open the other record where the status is cancelled, you can see that approval status is cancelled and comments column is visible now. So that's how you will be able to add the condition for the choice column also, and you can show the columns depending on whatever choice it is. Now taking another example, when you have your number column, integer column, and let's say in this case I want to I have approver on this list, so approval 1, level 1 and level 2, and let's say the rent is above 5,000, or let's say yes, above 5,000, then only approval 2 should appear. Okay, so when the rent is above 5,000 bucks, then I want it to be 2 level. When it is less than 5,000, I just want it 1 level only. So we'll just add the condition now. What we need is we need to add the condition on approval 2 column depending on the value of the rent, which is a number column. So I'll just again copy this condition, again same. You can make use of all these operators, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, all these operators you can make use of. So my rent is greater than 5,000, then show approval 2, otherwise not. So I'll just copy this and we'll go to again same, edit form, edit columns, go to approval 2 column where you want to add the condition, paste the condition, rent is greater than 5,000, then only show it, otherwise keep it hidden. So I'll just click on save and save this. Now you can see already approval 2 column is gone. So let's just go and change. So when it is 8,000, approval 2 column is, let me just change this to, let's say, 3,000, and this is gone. Looks like, yeah, so when it is 3,000, which is less than 5,000, then you will not see the approval 2 column. And if you change it to more than 5,000, let's say 6,000, you can see that approval 2 column is here. So whenever your rent is more than 5,000, you want 2 level approvals. So that's how you can show and hide the fields. Now let's take another example of user column, person and group column, where you want to see who, if specific user is there and you want to hide some columns, or you want to see if it is you can make use of and @me operator or @now operator is also there for the date time values. So let's say the agent, in this case I have an agent column who gets the client, who brings the client. I have an agent column here which is a user, people and group column. If the value selected here is this particular user, myself, let's say, I don't want this approval, I don't need this approval thing, so I want to hide that. Let's say approval 1 column, I want to hide that. So how you can do it is, again, you can access, now this is my agent column, you can access the properties of email, display name, first name, last name. You can access all that properties in this formula. And so whenever the agent is myself, show this column, and or you can add a specific user email address, or you can make use of this operator here at the rate me operator. So let's just copy this and again go back, edit columns. Let's say approval 1. I don't want approval 1 column when it is the agent is myself. Okay, so let's just change it. When agent is this particular user, hide the approval 1 column. So let's save it, close it, refresh it and check it now. I'll just click on new. You can see that approval 1 column is there at the moment, and let's just select separate user. It is still there, and if I select myself, you can see that the approver 1 column is hidden now. So whenever you can, that's how you can add the condition on the people and group, make use of people and group column also to hide or show particular column. This is how you can access the email address, and you can compare the email address, or you can make use of this operator also. Let's just check the last example about yes and no column, yes or no column, which is a Boolean column. And let's say now here I have a scenario where furniture is needed or not. If the furniture is needed, I want to show this furniture budget field. Whenever it's needed, only yes, then only show this field. If it is not needed, we don't need to show this budget field. So what you need, again, just go back, go to the furniture budget field, edit condition column, and what we'll need is again same. As it is yes no field, we'll just compare it with the true value or the Boolean field. So when the furniture needed is checked, then only show the furniture budget field. Just save this and save it, close it, refresh it, click on new. So now you can see the furniture budget column is not there now. If I click on yes, you can see that the column is visible now. So yeah, that's how you can add all this, make use of all these conditions on different types of column: choice column, number column, user column, Boolean field, yes or no column. Let me just switch back to the presentation. Yeah, these are the examples what we have seen. You can also make use of functions like substring, index of, the typecast function, number. There are certain columns on which this conditioning doesn't work, like date and time column, calculated, or multiple users. You have person and group column with multiple user selection. This is not supported at the moment, but in future it might be supported. So for the simple scenarios, simple examples, real-time scenarios, you can make use of this, and you can show and hide the fields on your forms. Yeah, that's it in this video. I hope this will help you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the new video soon.